Welcome back, friends. We are building the second part of our shopping cart activity where we are going to offer the user a discount. However, before I get started with that, I would like to introduce to you a new operator which is called the floor division operator, and it's denoted by these two forward slashes. Now, what is the floor division? Let us try to understand that. Let us try to get some examples. Let us try to see what is a practical scenario with which we can, I know where we can use this thing. Now, basically, floor division is like kind of a division, but very interesting in the sense that instead of giving us the complete answer, it rounds the answer to the lower whole number. Now, what do I mean by that? Let's take examples. Examples makes things clear. 7, let's say floor division by 2 gives me 3. Because remember, if I divided 7 by 2, I'm going to get as 3.5. Instead of giving me entire 3.5, it is in fact returning me the lower whole number, which means 7, which was 2 times 3 plus 1. 1 was the remainder, so I ignore the remainder. In fact, I end up getting 3. Uh, Similarly, 13, let's say floor division 3 is 4, and that's because 13 divided by 3 is actually 4.33333, but I go down to the lower whole number, which is 4. 700 divided by 500 is 1, because again 700 is 500 times 1 plus 200. 1332.0 divided by 500, floor division 500 is 2.0. We'll talk about this in a moment. But the reason it's 2.0 is because 1332.0 is 500 times 2, which is 1000 plus 332. So once again, it's going to be 2 point something. So instead of that, we get 2.0. Now, let us see these examples working in the Python console, and we will understand this much better. So let's say the first example that I took was, say, 7, 2, and I get a 3 as we had thought. Let's say I did 13, 3, I get a 4. Let's say I did 700, say floor division 500, I get 1. And again, because this is what we expected, if I did this, say 13322.0 divided by say 500, floor division 500, I'm going to get 2.0. Now the point I'm trying to make is that you'll always get the nearest smaller whole number. However, the data type of that return answer depends on the inputs. Notice here, if both the inputs are integers, I also get back an integer. Notice there's no decimal place on either of on any of these. Similarly on this, but here one of the two was a float, and hence my return value is also float. In fact, we can go ahead and try, let's say, the reverse of this. So I say 1332, say divide by 500.0, I'm again going to get a 2.0, because any one of them being float, I'm going to get a float. So which means that if I did this 13322.0 500, I'm also get a 2.0. So keep in mind that the return value depends on the inputs. If both the inputs are integers, you get an integer, else you get a float. Obviously strings, this is not defined. Now we saw this. Let us see a practical interpretation of this so that this becomes a little bit more clear. Of course, we are going to see another usage of this in the discount activity. But let's say we took this example, 7 floor division 2 is 3. Say we have a scenario where we have 7 identical boxes and we have to divide them into 2 people. So remember, 7 boxes, 2 people. I can give 3 boxes to each of them. So for example, person 1 could get, say, box 1, 2, 3. Person 2 could get, say, box 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 1 box will be remaining. So what floor division is telling us is how many boxes each person can really get. This of course is the remainder, and if you connect the dots here, you will see that this one is given by the modulo operator. In fact, I'm going to put one more video where I'm going to compare division, floor division, and modulo, so that things become even more clear before we actually start using this. I hope you found this useful. Take care. Thank you so much. Bye bye.